mas pinatindi. Lahat ng programa natin ay high definition ready. HD capable. Mas pinalawak. Directly streamed to more than 1 million plus Facebook followers. 1 million plus Facebook followers. Pinaastig. Tayo ay available sa maraming platforms. Sa Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter at TikTok. Kayo ay abot kahit saan sa Pilipinas, kahit saan sa mundo. Gamit ang internet. Public service without boundaries. Ito ang bagong Central Luzon Balita. Powered by IBS Media. IBS Media. 25 years in public service. Connecting both traditional and digital. IBS Media. We are engaged in radio, television, talent and events management, public relations, social, digital media, and news service. We are the IBS Media Group. IBS Media Group.
Follow and subscribe Queen Habibi. Also, like and subscribe Salvador Panelo, You Are the Love of My Life, YouTube and Spotify.
Wow!
Cheers for Queen.
Mag-alinlangan kung hawak alinlangan pwede mong subukan ilan may huwag ka nang bibitaw manhid ka ba o pilingera lang ako. Alright, it's Thursday. Ano ba yan? Minamalat na naman ako Thursday na Thursday. Excuse me po. Happy Thursday and my name is Queen Halili. I Talk to the Queen brought to you by Central Luzon Balita. Manhid ka ba? Alright. I hope you guys are okay. Healing vibes to everyone sa mga tinatrangkaso, trangkaso, or whatever man yan. Kung meron lang kayong COVID ngayon, alam ko, napapagalingan nila kahit nasa bahay lang kayo, no? So take your vitamins, and take your, yung mga gamot ninyo, lahat, and prevention is better than cure. Kahit minsan mahirap siyang i-prevent, please do so. Ayan, yung mga organic, whatever, and linwa, lahat na mag-take na kayo just to prevent it. So, here's my, of course, my quote for you today. Kasi syempre, meron tayong, dahil nawala ako for 2 weeks. Tama ba? Yeah. So, meron pa tayong 3 more Thursdays, so 3 p.m. with our special guest. And hopefully, tawag dito, ang nawawala. Ayan, nawala ako. Hina. Ayan. So, nakita ko sa aking monitor, nawawala rin ako. So, ang ating quote for today is from Adam Ant. Sabi dito,
mas pinatindi. Lahat ng programa natin ay high definition ready. HD capable. Mas pinalawak. Directly streamed to more than 1 million plus Facebook followers. 1 million plus Facebook followers. Pinaastig. Tayo ay available sa maraming platforms. Sa Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter at TikTok. Kayo ay abot kahit saan sa Pilipinas, kahit saan sa mundo. Gamit ang internet. Public service without boundaries. Ito ang bagong Central Luzon Balita. Powered by IBS Media.
Ayan, I'm so sorry. Nawawalan ng internet. Happens talaga, kapag live. Ayan, I hope loud and clear pa rin ako. Naririnig nyo pa rin ako kasi alam na sa monitor ko naman naririnig ko ang aking background music and ako pa rin at the same time. Oh no. Talagang nagulat talaga ako. DJ, you can hear me? Ayan. So, ulitin ko na lang yung sinabi ko kanina. Hindi ko alam kung saan ako nag-stop. Pero dito ayon sa aking monitor, nag-stop nga siya talaga. Ay, nako. For the very first time. So, ayan nga. So, ang ating word for the day, bibilisan ko na mental health needs a great deal of attention. It's the final taboo and it needs to be faced and dealt with. So, ayun, I hope narinig niyo yung mga pinagsasabi ko kanina and because mental health ang pag-uusapan natin. So, ang sabi dito, and of course, love month tayo, February, no? Love and kindness are never wasted. They always make a difference. Why? They bless the one who receives them. So, nabibless sila. And they bless you. And the giver, yun, tama. And they bless you, the givers. Nabibless din yung mga givers. So, kung nakaka-receive sila, bless you. And then yung giver, nabibless din siya at the same time. So, just give love and kindness. Kahit wala kayong boyfriend or partner, diba? I guess, ang pag-love naman, pwedeng ibigay natin yan sa ating mga magulang, sa ating mga anak. At sa ating mga nakapaligid. Sabi nga nila, be kind to everyone kasi hindi mo alam yung mga pinagdadaanan nila. So, madalis na kwento. Isa sa mga financial advisor na kasama ko, namatay lang kahapon, na condolences, malangit nawa ang kanyang kaluluwa. So, meron siyang problem sa heart. Pero, I don't know, marami daw siyang kinikim-kim dito sa heart niya. And at the same time, meron talaga siyang na-diagnose na problem sa heart. So, parang na-trigger siya anytime so para siyang thinking mom. And then, bigla na lang siya sumabog. Nasa US siya nasa US siya right now. And with her daughter, parang ganun ata, or pamangkin, tinulungan niya. So, parang wala sa mukha niya, wala talaga, wala kang makikita na meron siyang nararamdamang sakit or malungkot, meron siyang pinagdadaanan. All you can see is her happiness, ayan, sa face niya, and sobrang jolly niya sa work, So, hindi mo talaga masasabi. So, yun na nga, be kind to everyone, be kind to one another. Hindi mo alam, kahit pa mala-heart evangelista ka or what not, make sure na maging mabait ka na lang sa kanila. Kasi hindi mo alam, baka meron silang pinagdadaanan that very moment at hindi natin alam. At malay mo, isa ka sa nagbigay ng inspirasyon. And of course, Mr. DJF, yan, pakilagay, i-post ang ating guest once again sa ating February. Walang iba kundi si Mr. Chris Joselito E. Benson IV, our social entrepreneur, CEO of Primov Marketing and Automation Social Enterprise. Palakpakan po natin siya.
Hello. Mayong hapon.
Hello. Ayan. Naririnig niyo ba ako loud and clear, sir?
Yes.
Alright.
Yep.
Ayan. So, kanina bigla tayong nawala. Hindi ko alam ba't biglang nawala yung internet. So, bago po tayo mag-start, baka meron kayong gustong batiin, gustong pasalamatan, and you have a good quote, please go ahead.
Yeah. Well, one thing's for sure. Well, thank you for having me here. And how many of you watching here are from Iloilo? Type Iloilo. Or, I just want to see how many of you watching type where you're watching at, right? And if you're from the Prime community, show us some love in the comments. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yun lang. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Sir Chris. Simple yet talagang tagos na tagos sa puso ng ating mga viewers right now. And of course, going back sa ating mental health, sobrang napatagal. mental health awareness, no, dapat ng topic pa natin to last 2 weeks ago. Pero syempre, minsan meron tayong inaasahan na mga pangyayari hindi inaasahan. So, dahil dyan, Sir Chris, so may mga question tayo coming from our viewers. So,
Sure.
galing to kay Miss Leia. So, ang sabi ni Miss Leia kasi, do you think, Sir Chris, mental health is an issue that needs to be addressed in a bigger scale? What can
Yeah.
you recommend or what can you suggest, Sir Chris?
Yeah, I mean, how many of you listening here have ever been discriminated upon, um, when because with something you were born with, right? Or how many of you have ever been in a situation where people just didn't understand, people in power, it could be family, it could be your boss, um, just couldn't understand that you were not performing well because you were going through something invisible. So it's for me, again, I've mentioned this before, and disclaimer again, right? um I am an advocate for mental health. um so one thing I just want to and one thing I just want to say is that, uh, mental health is a macro level issue. So in short, there are a lot of factors that contribute to this, um, not just it's biological, it's environmental, it's what's the word I'm looking for, it's it's affected by multiple factors. Now imagine a world where people in power, or people in power, and when I say people in power, I mean, um, people who have influence over your life. Let's say your family members, your boss, your company, your teachers, right, are equipped. Our leaders, our politicians, right, are not only equipped but understand the addressing issue on this, right? So, that's something, because one of the biggest problems that I see here is the lack of awareness of something invisible. It just creates, what's the word I'm looking for, um yeah, it just creates conflict and uneasiness and all of that stuff. So yun. Yeah, Rosalinda from Tarlac. And hello, Lisbeth. Yes, and I agree
Wow.
with what she said here. Mental health in itself is not an issue, but the misinformation and the discrimination towards it. Okay.
Alright. Let us check yung sa Central Luzon Balita. Baka nga, ayun. Oo nga. Miss Rosalinda Gapultos from Tarlac City. Thank you so much po. Thank you so much po for watching. At you can share this link po. Share to your friends para naman mas marinig nila about mental health awareness. Ayan. Si Miss Lisbeth. Hi, Miss Lisbeth. Ayan. Sa mga gusto rin magkaroon ng questions, please comment down below kung meron kayong suggestion and any clarification po, please. Thank you so much for that, Sir Chris. I hope yung mga viewers natin mas clear sa kanila yung the bigger scale, yung ganun kanina ni Miss Leia. Thank you so much. And of course, Sir Chris, no, based on your observation, what are the factors that contribute to mental health or that can contribute to mental health para po sa inyo?
Well, based on experience, and of course, and again, you guys can do your own research with WHO and all of that stuff. But one thing that's for sure is that, um, mental health is one of the things that contribute to mental health is biology. Okay, mental health is not just about being sad, right? Because you're going through something. People are actually born. Some people are actually born into their condition. So it's biology. So understanding that, right, is a huge thing. Next is environment, right? How 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 people interact with each other, how safe do they feel, um, how toxic the environment is, and all of that stuff. Are you in a space where you're able to be yourself, or are you in a space where um or is your space, rather, maybe I'm gonna put this in this scenario. Is your space a space where people can just be and be safe around you, right? Can you um what's the word I'm looking for? Can you actually support another human being in that case, right? And of course, experience. Some of us, and this is why I always recommend going to an expert on this, who are professionally equipped to help you, because people have different experiences in life. How you grow up, how you associate things is different. How, like for example, there are a lot of trigger words that people should be mindful of, that just, and I'm not gonna say any of that here, right? And the reason why there are trigger words in the first place is because of personal experiences that they have with while they're growing up, right? So those are just some of the factors that contribute to mental health.
Okay, thank you, Sir Chris. At bago ko ibigay ang ating follow-up question, it's 3:30 on the clock, and ang ating technical, if you can show or flash sa screen natin ang ating sponsor. Ayan. Please, DJF. Pero kung hindi, I would like to mention them one by one. Ayan. So, thank you so much once again sa ating Vibrant Wellness. If hindi ma-flash mamaya po bago matapos ang show. So, ilang paalala lamang po, saglit. So, Vibrant Wellness, thank you so much. Glutaglow Hub and Aesthetic by Miss A. Amigas de Gaea, Environment Plot Pad po. And Organic Guyabado Wine, and a lot more sa ating Sari Sari PH. You can check their Facebook page and their website. And also Bombi Nails and Lashes. Ayan. So thank you sa DJF. Bombi Nails and Lashes, as you can see. So mamaya with Miss Angel Faith, pupuntahan namin si Miss Bombi Nails and Lashes. And last but not the least, photo shoot soon sa HCG. Trading House of Beauty. Andyan po yung sikat na ating makeup artist and photographer. So makikita niyo po kami yan soon ni Miss Angel Faith. Thank you so much once again, Vibrant Wellness, Glutaglow Hub, and Aesthetic by Miss A. And Amigas de Gaea, Sari Sari PH, Bombi Nails and Lashes and HCD. Thank you so much, DJF. Ayan. So I have a question, a follow-up question for you, Sir Chris. Na-mention mo yung sa toxic sa social media. I guess, isa sa mga ito ba is yung Facebook natin, di ba? Sa inyong palagay, Sir Chris, anong maipapayo nyo kung mismo sa social media nila, and then yung mga friends nila, nagkakalat ng mga toxic messages, alam nyo na, di ba, minsan nag-shout out sila or nag-rant sila. What can you suggest? Kung, for example, ako yon na nadidepress na, meron na akong anxiety. So, what can you recommend or what can you advise sa akin pag nandun social media sa account ko?
Well, that's actually quite interesting, kasi social media is a huge factor, mainly because it paints parallels between your life and someone else's life. And well, here's my opinion on the matter. Social media gives voices to, and this is gonna be, what's the word I'm looking for? I have no better way to say this, right? So social media gives voices to the stupid, and it's understanding that not everyone in social media is someone that you should listen to. Not everyone in social media is someone that what's the word I'm looking for? Not everyone in social media, especially the way they paint their life, is also showing the truth, right? Because again, you're pointing your best foot forward, because social media right now is also equal to your identity in some way or form. Now, of course, with what's the word I'm looking for? With what you can do, right? And again, of other than seeking professional help, if ever that does come to the point, the best way is always to just disconnect yourself from social media, right? I do this a lot when personally, I do this a lot whenever things get out of hand, where different voices and opinions are are starting to just grow toxic, right? So your head is basically like a sponge in a way, so absorbing whatever you read, be it positive or negative, you absorb that. So by disconnecting yourself from social media in a way, you also allow your mind to reset, right? So that's um my personal opinion on that. And when it comes to social media, how social media affects your mental health, because again, it's nothing more than a facade for most people, meaning it's not, majority of the stuff that's in there isn't even real. Okay, so yeah, I'll probably end with that. Oh, and by the way, I just wanna see the comments over here. For personal research, and I agree with this, right? American Psychology Association articles and DSM-V, the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, fifth edition. Now, it's important to read these, and not just hear from people online about what to do. Mainly because again, mental health is a medical condition. Okay, it's not just some people are born into it. Some people as well, um, it's a real medical condition. It's not just because you're sad. Okay, so that's um, I just want to emphasize that. Okay.
All right. Thank you again, Miss Lisbeth, for that wonderful fact. Of course, at least na babasa ng mga viewers natin na hindi lang tayo basta-basta nagbibigay ng komento, pero based on facts and observation po ito. So, thank you so
Correct.
much once again. And sa mga gusto pa ng mga, kung meron kayong mga questions, clarification, please go ahead, magtanong po kayo kay Sir Chris habang nandito pa siya. And sa mga nahiya naman, of course, meron pa naman tayong 3 Thursday. Ayan po, please do share this live po. Maraming salamat.
Yeah, and
And
I also just want to emphasize, when you ask the questions, all right, disclaimer then, I am not a tawag dito, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm an advocate for mental health, right? I've worked with people with mental health conditions, as well as we have basically a community where we just grow together, but that's pretty much it. So when you ask these questions, ask it with that in mind, right? So there.
thank you, Sir Chris. Yan. Of course, sabi nyo, na-mention ninyo na isa kayong, nag-advocate po kayo about mental health awareness. So, with that po, what programs po, Sir Chris, can you offer to help people sa ating kabalin, sa mga nanonood right now, with their mental health? Yan. At sa mga friends ninyo po, sa mga pinsan nyo or whatever nakakilala ninyo, kung meron po kayong kakilala, please i-share nyo rin po ang sasabihin ni Sir Chris. So, do you also offer these programs to companies that may be interested sa mga programa nyo mababanggit today? So, what
Yeah,
can you
yeah,
offer?
definitely. But before I actually offer anything that we do, right? Um, so I just want to say that if you have, and Lisbeth can probably also direct us with links in the comments if ever, right? No pressure, but
Mhm.
there are a lot of programs, and just last night I actually, and I find this very interesting. There are actually a lot of programs where people can talk to medical professionals for free. Okay, so and of course, as well as what's the word I'm looking for, uh, as well as talk to a professional first, and basically for us, or if you can't afford them, then that's probably where we come in, right? And again, we are not trying to cure anything, we're not trying to fix anyone, we're not trying to what's the word I'm looking for? Put ourselves out there as experts that 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 are professionally equipped for this. However, okay, um, I can proudly say that we are probably the next best thing, right? Just in case you don't have access to any of these. Why? Well, how many of you are just looking for a space where you can just be, right? Or how many of you are looking for a place where um, you want to find out what your place in the world is? So, and that's basically what most of our programs and stuff is for. We just want to create a safe space where everybody can explore whatever and um, what's the word I'm looking for, and basically work on that, right? Now, yes, and definitely go talk to a licensed professional for all of this, right? Now, for us, that's basically what we're doing, all right? Now, we have a lot of programs that focus, and for me, I believe that um, if professional help doesn't help, then it's something that you need to work on internally now. So I personally have um, a framework where I work on three steps. Well, the first one is that we want to get clear on what's really holding people back. We're gonna work on forgiveness, and we're gonna work and basically from there we work on um, what's the word I'm looking for, your personal power. So it's really just a process of self acceptance and self love and all of that. It's nothing too extreme, or what's the word I'm looking for? It's nothing too extreme or anything like that. But it is a safe space. So that's basically it. So we have the 30-day meditation, which is for free, by the way. You guys can sign up. You guys can sign up for there. I can send the link later on. Um, it can help you guys with your it can help you with your mind, right? If exercise is to the body, meditation is to the mind. So there's that. And we also have the weekly campfire. So these are all the free programs that we have for people. As for companies, we actually have something more advanced now, because for most companies, um, we have trainings for leadership on on how to create a certain work culture, where everyone feels safe and aligns with these companies goals. So if you guys are also interested in that, you can contact me on my website, www.chrisvinson.com. So that's pretty much it.
Thank you, Sir Chris. You can share the link here po sa ating comments para they can see it po.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
maliban doon, meron po ba kayong gustong i-plug na soon meron kayong program?
We actually don't have a program soon. However, like for example, again, every weekend we have the online campfire. And
Okay.
I just want to invite everyone, if ever, you want to experience what we're doing. Um, yeah, just we'll post the link in the comments later on and just attend, right? If you guys need you want to experience that, it's free. You can just be. It's a space where um yeah, everyone can just go there and be, right? So sometimes people get coaching there, sometimes people don't. But ultimately, one thing's for sure, we always end with lightness in our heart. So yun lang.
Sir Chris, clarify ko lang. So you've mentioned it's for free. So there's no money involved. Tama po ba? Dun
Yes,
sa
no money involved. Yep.
inyo? Okay. For example, ako, no, hindi naman ako, okay naman yung mental health ko. Wala naman akong issues, anxiety and all. I can join pa rin po. Do you
Of
think that's
course.
okay naman? That's better? That's fine po sa mga okay naman? Then wala namang problema doon. Hindi naman yan para sa may issues or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, the, and here's the thing, now, for people who are fine, that's amazing. You don't have to isolate yourself just because you're okay, just because you're in a space where you're better off than most people. Instead, it actually puts you in a space where you can share your light, right? So, and by sharing your light, I also mean, you know, just share love, not advices or whatever. Okay, just be there, show just be there, and just be yourself, basically.
Alright. Thank you, Sir Chris. At syempre dahil dyan, meron tayong pahabol na guest with me, ang aking isa pang DJ dito sa Central Luzon Balita. So, Miss Angel Faith, pasok. Yan, pasok mo na.
Alright. Am I late? Sobra naman.
Okay na.
Ayan. Yeah, good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon, Sir Chris and Miss Queen. And sa lahat ng mga nanonood via Facebook Live at sa lahat ng channels natin. My name is Angel Faith. Sorry I'm late. Hindi, may kasama akong mga late din, mga late viewers, hindi. Mas nauna sila sa atin. Oh, kaso nakikinig pa lang naman ako sa sa mga discussion niyo a while. Mga 5 seconds pa lang naman ako kakain. So narinig ko yung self-love. And at saka yung yung kakabanggit ni Sir na tawag dito, yung okay na tao, sana all okay. Alam mo yun? Yung naway lahat na lang talaga. Meron palang gano'n, nag-exist. Kasi as far as I know, lahat walang taong walang problema. I mean, walang taong hindi, alam mo yun? Siguro, it's a matter of kung paano mo siya i-adapt, no? I guess, Sir Chris, Vincent.
Correct.
Tama ba yung baka mamaya naligaw pala yung sinabi ko? Pero parang sa ilang minuto na nakikinig ako sa inyo, parang yun ang pagkakaunawa ko.
Kanina kasi we're talking about mental health awareness. And then, nasabi
Okay.
ni Sir Chris na, for example, ako, meron kasi siyang free consultation online.
Wow.
Diba? So,
That's
so
good.
sabi ko, kinurek ko, so it's for free. Eh, why not? Pwede ba na mag-join yung mga katulad natin na wala namang mental health issues? Pwede bang maki-join sa kanila?
Wala
It's
kang
better
mental
na.
health, Beb.
Yung
Sana
mga
all.
ganon.
I mean, wala kang problem sa mental.
Hindi. I think,
Naway lahat.
sa akin, ang mental health, yun nga, hindi lang magiging sad, sabi ni Sir Chris. Kundi
Okay.
sakit ito. So, siguro minsan tinatamaan lang tayo ng pagkababae natin. Minsan tinotoyo tayo. But,
Oo.
balik pa rin tayo on track. Siguro mga minute, second, isang araw, lalo na kapag meron tayong menstruation. Yun ang
Yes.
intindi ko sa mental health awareness. Pero I think lahat naman ng tao may problema, no? Pero alam
Yes.
lang natin kung dalhin.
Yes.
When we say alam nating dalhin, meaning wala tayong masyadong problema. Kasi minsan, alam mo yun, problema mo lang, anong kakainin ko ngayon? Yun lang kakainin mo. Pero yung problema ng tao, mas matindi, wala silang pambili. Katulad niyan, nag-comment pala si Miss Tati. Ayan. Hi, beautiful people.
Late din ako. Sabi ko sa inyo, hindi ako nag-iisa sa late eh.
Ayan, meron din siya sinabi eh. Wait lang ha.
This
Ayan,
one,
buti naman, ayan.
online campfire,
Angel
great
Faith.
support.
Ayan, sabi ni Miss Tati, self-care, self-love, maganda to join a community. The prime community where your space will be honored and your growth is
Yes,
supported.
supported.
Yeah, thank you so much, Miss Tati.
Couldn't
And
say it better myself.
yes. And DJ Angel, meron ka bang katanungan kay Sir Chris about mental health awareness? Baka makalimutan mo. You are free, but kahit meron pa tayong 3 Thursday, pwede ka nang magtanong.
Well, about sa mental health awareness, kasi parang recent nga lang yan eh. Nung bata ko, hindi ko siya masyado naririnig. Alam mo yon, yung parang sa pagkakaalala ko, pagkaka-remember ko sa narinig ko na lang yan during nung nagkaroon ng yung COVID-19.
Correct.
Yeah, kasagsagan ng COVID-19. So, talagang hindi lang kasi, yun nga, ang dami nating iniisip, like, sobrang paraning natin, Like yung kaptabi natin, meron kaya to, asymptomatic kaya to, alam mo yun. Minsan hindi natin alam na wala naman pala tayong COVID, pero alam mo yun, yung mga nararanasan pala natin, which is yung anxiety, depression, mga ganun. Nagkakaroon tayo ng ganyan nung sa bagay hanggang ngayon naman, hindi ko naman inaalis yon. So, ganun na ba katagal si Sir as a coach? Coach, tama ba?
Yep.
Yeah, coach. Gaano po ba katagal, coach, yung rehab ba tawag sa kanila? I mean,
Rehab.
pagko-coach nyo sa kanila? Oo, lalo na sa talagang mga tinatamaan or yung may mga dinadanas po.
Sige. So, there's a lot I think I have to dissect there. So, with regards to, clear ko lang
Yes po.
I'm not doing rehab. I'm not here to fix anyone, right? I'm just here to bring out what's what I'm looking for, to bring out what's already in them, right? Because I strongly believe that people have the capacity to grow and give light and actually contribute to society as a whole, regardless of what their conditioning is or what their experience is, what their condition is. Okay, so just to be clear with that, and I think that's one of the reasons why the Prime community, I'm promoting. Sige, but I think that's one of the reasons why everyone can just be there, because there's really no judgment for us with whatever they're going through. However, what you mentioned earlier, like when we were young, mental health wasn't a thing. It's very recent. The reason why as well is that if we go back, kahit na lang sa kahit elementary, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? There's physical needs, and there's the need for housing, the need for food, the need for this. We now live in a time where, honestly speaking, right, a lot of our needs are met. Okay, so that allows us for more discoveries and more, what's the word I'm looking for? And it's not something made up. Mental health is not something made up. It's really something that the scientific community has been studying for a while, and there are peer-reviewed research for all of this, right?
Yes.
So it's a very real thing. Yun nga lang, it's just that the reason why I believe that most people aren't aware of this is because people are too stuck inside their own heads, especially the people kanina, like
Pinoy.
going back to, hindi lang sa Pinoy, going back to the first question for the afternoon, do you think mental health needs to be addressed on a bigger scale? The reason why it's not is because most people are too much in their own heads. Okay, meaning dealing with mental health issues requires empathy, or ano tawag dito? Requires someone to actually be considerate towards somebody else, right? And that's a very hard thing to do in a world where being selfish and greedy gets rewarded. So siguro yun na lang yung I'll end it probably there.
Okay, so yun pala yun na DJ Queen na
Sobrang ang daming nating natututunan kay Sir Chris. Thank you so much. At bago tayo mag-last question kay Sir Chris, basahin muna natin itong kay Voice. And hello, sabi niya. And sabi rin ni Miss Lisbeth, I think Miss Queen means is she's mentally stable. Oo, yeah, correct yon. And sabi pa ni Sir Royce is, he's supposed to say also, depression includes guys. Usually, it's hidden. More lang probably because of mindset. Like, boys don't cry. Tama. Oo, I think.
Also, another thing I also wanna bring up as well, right? Depression is not something you feel when you're down or sad. It's also diagnosed. Okay? So it's diagnosed.
Yes.
So some people don't act like it. Meron na pala they were just diagnosed. And I'm not saying those people na were acting fine. There are literally people out there who think they're fine pero meron pala. Okay, so that's a very interesting thing to think about.
Ano siya, poker face.
Hindi talaga siya alam.
Hindi niya rin alam.
Hindi siya aware.
Hindi siya aware, and they're fine. They're functioning properly. They're not sad, but they're Yeah.
Parang ang hirap, ano? Parang puzzle siya, parang may scientific. And sabi ni Sir Royce, Sir Chris, sabi niya, our boy should be strong, can show emotions. Sino ba
Yeah,
yung laging
definitely.
tinatamaan? Ang boys o girls o same thing? Same lang.
Sa
Same lang.
ratio.
They're
Same lang.
gendered. Gender.
May gender equality.
Same thing.
Sabi niya, can show emotions. Sabi niya gano'n. So, ano ba yun?
Well,
Same lang.
it's true. I mean, for most men, showing emotion is a sign of weakness.
Yes.
Pero
Yes.
lately, parang lately, correct me if I'm wrong, but showing emotions right now is people find it very attractive. You know.
Oh, ang sweet. Parang Valentine's kasi ngayon no?
Parang depende din po, coach. Minsan kasi may
Yeah,
mga
depende.
pa-sad boy lang talaga eh.
Depende. parang
Depende.
ano
Okay.
yan, I wanna know what love is. I want you to show me. Parang gano'n. Pag hindi po daw siya reply, sabihin mo, ay, katayan ni ano ang ganda, di ba? So at least, nasabi mo, gusto mong i-show yung love. But anyway, sabi nga ni Miss Elizabeth kay Royce, that's actually a very social-cultural mindset, isn't it? As long as you have a brain, you're susceptible to illnesses of all kinds. Yeah, tama naman. And sabi ni, ano ba to? Yes, Alice, kay Sister Elizabeth, nag-uusap na sila, also had depressive symptoms before. So, meron din pala siya. Ayan. And kay Miss Elizabeth, mental health doesn't have to apply to emotions. It could also apply to behaviors,
Behavior.
how we understand situation, how we experience our surroundings. Okay, ganito na lang po yung question. Kailan ka pwede magpa-diagnose? Since wala ka namang nararamdaman, no? Paano? When is the best time?
I mean, why is that even a problem? I mean, if for example, in my case, that I'm probably the archetype of someone who is and again, we've established this before, but I feel like I should establish this again now. Compared to others, my mental I am very mentally healthier than others, right? But that did not stop me from going to a I forgot whether it was a psychologist or a psychiatrist, just to make sure. Okay? I mean, why is that even an issue? There are people actually who you could actually benefit a lot from getting tested as well, right? So there are actually a lot of tests if whether you have, like, let's say, maybe you have ADHD, right? And all of that stuff, hindi mo lang alam. Yeah,
Okay,
and
okay.
and I just wanna say this again, yung kay Lisbeth, you can seek help when you're ready, anytime. Okay? It doesn't have to be when kailangan mo na talaga ng tulong. Okay? So yun lang, it's just to make sure if you're doing it for your physical body, right? Why not do it for your mind?
So parang gusto mong magpa-check kung may COVID ka ba, no? Just to be
Yeah,
safe.
exactly. Just to be
Parang
safe.
tignan mo lang. Okay, so sa mga viewers natin. And Miss Angel Faith, ang aking partner, meron ka bang last question kay Sir? Before saying good day, hindi goodbye.
Well, siguro ano na lang, advice na lang sa mga people na ano pwede natin ma-advise sa mga people na hindi sila aware. They're not aware na yun nga. Meron na palang something or kailangan na talagang ma-diagnose, I guess. No? Ano bang pwede natin mabigay na advice, coach?
Well, again, I kept repeating this all throughout because
Yeah.
it's so important. Okay?
Opo.
Rule number 1, seek professional help. So actually find someone who is a licensed professional that you can talk to. All right? Now, if that's not an option because let's say money is an issue, or if, for example, what's the word I'm looking for? The queue for the free stuff, the free stuff is long, then yung masasabi ko lang is that and this is I'm just saying this, but I acknowledge that this is really hard to do, right? But the best thing at least you can do is, start maybe, find ways to start forgiving yourself or loving yourself more. Um, by maybe number one is, um, you know, no tawag dito. Sige, I'll just say it anyway, for me, what works really well, journaling, write stuff down, okay, and just disconnect yourself from whatever the result is, right? Don't overanalyze whatever you're doing, and again, once it's an option, go seek professional help. So yun lang.
Ayun.
Sorry,
Yes.
I to end that note, because there's no one else that can help you but yourself if if you don't start, right? So yun
Tama.
lang.
Tama.
You, Sir Chris. Very well said. And of course, syempre, kung gusto naman nilang humingi ng tulong sa inyo, ang last tanong ko is, how can our audience reach you?
Yeah, again, the online campfire, guys, is free. So all you have to do is join us every Saturday inside the Prime community group. For some of the members, I'm just gonna ask support if you guys can post the link. Okay.
Sure.
Yes,
every
yes.
Saturday 8 p.m, until sawa, there is no deadline. That usually sometimes we end at 6 a.m, just because we're having fun, right? So join the Prime community's campfire. That is the best entryway for you. And it's just not me who's gonna show you guys love and whatever, right? There's Tati, there's Royce, the people actually in the comments, right? There's Dream, who's gonna show you, and basically marami kami, right? There's a lot of people. This could be your support group if ever. All right. So yun.
Okay.
And if you want to do this on a company-wide scale, right, and you want to learn more, then just go to my website, www.chrisvinson.com, for more stuff. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Sir Chris. It's 4 p.m. on the clock, and after na sharing the link po dito sa live natin, also share with us po sa GC so that me and Angel can join the free consultation if we have time. And that's noted, Saturday 8 p.m. And then please share the link po para I can post it din po sa aking Facebook page and also and social media platform at iba-iba. So sa halip na nag-spread tayo ng toxic, why not spread tayo ng free consultation online?
Yeah.
Yan. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Chris, for that
Yes.
and very inspiring health awareness po, mental health awareness ngayong Thursday, and for having you every Thursday. Ayan, sobrang thank you po sa inyo. Our pleasure. And kay
Yeah.
Miss Faith na binilisan ang kanyang
Oo may ano lang eh. May
Oo.
ano.
Okay. So, sir, see you, Sir Chris, next week, Thursday, same time po.
All right. Thank you again for having me. It's my honor. Thank you.
Thank you,
And-
Coach Chris. Yes. Go ahead po.
And see, basically.
Ayan.
Ayun, iniwan. Akala ko may sasabihin po. Akala ko may sasabihin si Coach.
Okay.
Thank you
So,
daw, Queen and
partner.
Angel. Proud of you, Chris. Woo! Ayun na, shinare ni Sir Chris yung kanyang website
Alright. I-share ko.
sa ating comment box.
Thank you po. Ayan, i-share ko din to pating Saturday. Let's go. Ayan, so partner, bago tayo,
Pares pala tayo naka-red.
ay, oo nga.
Red ba yan or
Yan.
parang medyo may pagka
Red.
indigo? Wow. Hindi. Ay naman tayo, makulit na naman tayo.
May ubuhin ako sa iyo.
Kakatapos lang ng session ng mental health eh. Minsan, iba din talaga kung ano yung mental health nitong aking kasama. Hindi, charot. pag dalawa na kami, hindi na namin alam.
Nauubo na ako sa iyo.
Parang, Pares tayo ng kulay eh. Oh, ito susuotin ko
Oo
mamaya
nga.
pag nagkita tayo. Ay, magkikita kami ni Queen.
Yeah, magkikita po kami. So, any last question for us, guys? Bye-bye. At magkikita na po kami ng aming partner. So, partner, ano ang last mensahe mo sa atin?
Alright. So, very, very, ano lang, few minutes lang naman yon pero busog na busog sa impormasyon. Thank you sa ating naging panahon ngayon. Si Coach Chris ng Prime, tama ba?
Name of.
Prime Community. Tama ba? Prime Community. Alright.
Parang
Ayan.
may
And,
parang nagsama or what? Ano
okay.
nila?
Sige.
Oo, naguluhan ako doon.
Anyways.
Iyon na lang natin.
It's a matter, ano na yan, sign na yan. Ayan, magpa-diagnose na tayo. Ayan. Ayan, important sa pag-aalaga ng mental health is to be surrounded by people who will not judge you. Dami judger kasi. Huwag kasi maging judger. Anyways.
Judge ng ano, huwag kang magsama, mag-judge ka eh. May bayad
Oo.
yun. Iba atang judge yun.
Primoff daw, Primoff. Ang
Ayun,
name ng company.
tama. O, tama, Primoff.
Thank you, Ma'am Tati. Makikita ko na yung mga materials mamaya.
Yeah, yun yung nakalagay, Primoff. Ako rin naguluhan. Okay.
Primoff. Anyway,
Yeah.
sobrang enjoy and busog ang aking mental health.
Yeah, at thank you dahil humabol ka pa rin.
Of course, hindi pwedeng hindi.
Every Thursday na.
Sure.
Every Thursday na dahil magaling na tayo. Magaling na tayo.
Sure. At nakakatulong to. And alam mo yon, yung mga ganitong session kasi napaka-importante. Tapos, alam mo yun, i-share mo pa siya sa iyong mga friends. And through our, ang tawag dito, medium, ayan, pwede natin ma-share pa more. So, mas marami tayong matutulungan pag gano'n. Thank you, Miss Queen, DJ Queen, for having me. Lagi.
Of course, as always naman.
Pambansang co-host ng bayan. My name is Angel Faith. Magandang araw po sa ating lahat.
And of course, me. My name is Queen Harili. Talk to the Queen po. Brought to you by Central Luzon, Balita. Have a sweetest Thursday. Happy Love Month, everyone.
Yes.
Bye.
Thank you sa ating technical, DJ F. DJ F. Okay. Ako ba? Hindi alam. Okay. Sige, ako na. Take it away!
Mga isyu at balita sa loob at labas ng gitnang Luzon.
Wala.
Mga isyu at balita sa loob at labas ng gitnang Luzon.
Iwala kayo sa kanila. Sige, bahala na. Doon na kayo.
So kung titignan ho natin, nasa 17 days ho itong implementation.
The fingerprints of climate change linked to human activities have become increasingly clear this year.
Dahil wala kami pera, wala kami pambiling bigas.
Ito ang kauna-unahang all-digital news outfit sa Region 3. Central Luzon Balita.